Hello and welcome to my playthrough of The Van Witch, a solo RPG journaling game that's available on itch.io. If you're interested, that game, along with all of my resources that I use, will be linked down below. And yeah, so I finished up my character, which is also linked below if you want to see basically how I came up with my character's backstory and what resources I used to generate her. And now we're going to actually get into what's essentially the first week of the game. I am still a bit iffy about the rules of the game, so it'll be a learning curve and I'll probably mess up a couple of times, but you know, that's why I like solo games. No one can really yell at me, so please don't yell at me. I did add some little trinkets to my sheet based on the stuff I forgot, because I didn't have the what's called the I can't pronounce the word, but this story engine is called Epistolary Solo RPG System. If you go on the Van Witch website, it'll be linked there as it's available there, and I'll also link it down below. But this is like the actual like rule system, a little bit more in depth than the one they provide in the Van Witch rules English, and it just like breaks it down a little better because I had missed some things. So the first thing I missed, which you can see here, is the suit of favors. So I actually added that for her. For Helena, I picked the suit of hearts. So basically how the game works is you write a diary for each week that passes in the game, and that's based on what you roll with your cards. And the diary entries are about, I think it says 7 sentences long. 7 sentences long. But if you get a suit of favor that you draw, so if I were to draw like 8 of hearts, after I write my diary entry, I would write a journal entry, which is about 13 sentences, which goes more in depth about what happened during that week. So like any key components of that week, I can flesh it out more in the journal entry. And yeah, so that'll be something I need to keep an eye out for because I completely forgot about it. Also, just to add that I might have missed something, but in the RPG system, and it was also listed on the Van Witch actual like rule set, something about complete rules module checklist, which are like a bunch of prerequisite prompts. I could not find these. It could be I don't know how to use like the itch.io website, but I went to like the creators page and I could not find them, so I gave up. And they had like an example game as well, and I couldn't find it on there, so I gave up, and I'm just gonna go with what I have essentially. But like, yeah, so I don't know where it's at. But I'm assuming that it has to do with like, they mentioned you can use like tarot cards. I don't own tarot cards, so we're gonna nick that part out. But yeah, other than that, I also did add like a little tiny blurb of like a story arc because it also said to add that. And I just put basically something involving her powers or her living situation. Either one of those, I feel like, based off of her motivations and her like backstory, that might play like a huge involvement. I don't know if it actually come up, but that's my plan so far. So, and I think that's like really all I added. So I guess I'm just like ready to play the game now. Yeah. So for my first roll, all right, let's see what we're gonna get. A Jack of Spades. Okay. Let's see what that pulls up. Spades. Okay. And I got a Jack. A certain someone's is opposed to my work here. I need to use my wits and attention in order to convince them otherwise. Ooh, I kind of like that. Okay. I'll put Jack of Spades here so I don't forget. and that means a week has passed. I don't know why I put a week per season. I put, because I actually made this like a couple of days ago, so I completely forgot. So whatever. Oh, I have to see what it was. It is, I think. Okay. So I think that a certain someone's is opposed to my work here. I need to use my wits and attention in order to convince them otherwise. Ooh. We need to figure out what town we are in, because that is, how am I gonna know if I don't know where I am? So I have a settlement chart in the character chart, right? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna roll on the settlement chart. So we're gonna roll 4 times to see what character. Oh, that's why I put 13. I think I put 13 weeks in a season. Yeah, okay. I put that because you're supposed to spend a season per area. That's why I put it. I can't remember why. I was like, ugh. All right, and we got a jack. It really likes the jack. So we have a jack. So the atmosphere of the settlement is fast-paced. I have a little location. You can't really see it because it's a little bit off, but I have like a little location chart. There we go. And then, so I can have what week that we were in this location, and then the information regarding the location. Wrong thing. So this is a fast-paced community. Look at atmosphere. And then I keep clicking on the wrong one. All right, their focus is on Queen festivals. Oh, I like this. So they are just jamming. So how, I think that size is next. So how big is this location? An 8. So, oh, it's small. And now, where is it by? Okay, a 4. A valley. Okay, so we have a fast-paced location that's primarily known for like its festival. So maybe it has like a huge festival every, I'm gonna say season because why not? But the location of it is like a very small place and it's located in a valley. So I think this is a very cute. Okay. So, okay, we need to come up with a name for it, which I don't believe this has like a name generator. Each does not. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cheat and use the name that I generated before because I really freaking liked it. And I forgot how I generated this name. But it was called Southbell, and I freaking liked it. It was so when I first did my test game, the location was called Southbell and it was located by the coast. And it was known for like, I'm just gonna say, it was like known for its like communication system. And I forgot what else. I can't remember the atmosphere, but I remember the focus was on communications and it was a large place and it was located by the coast. And then the atmosphere, I can't remember, but it was like, I just really like the name Southbell and I forgot how I came up with it. I think I just took 2 words and then combined them. But it was so cute. Okay. So yeah, okay, so we're at Southbell and someone is opposed to my work here. So let's roll on the character and see who they might be and why they hate me. Or hate L. Okay, so we have a 2. So their personality is a mediator. Drugs? That might be why they don't like L. Their fear. Ooh, I like their fear. What are you afraid of? Is it Helena 6? It is obsession and compulsion. Oh, interesting. Kind of, I'm a little worried now. And then their motivation, a 10. Responsibilities and obligations. Interesting. Alright, let's go back to my name generator because that be how I do things. They are going to be, okay, so I'm going to roll. Oh, we'll just go with the first one, Stella. Stella Best, interesting name. So Helena is there to help out. She's, this is a small town. Maybe she's helping out with the village, or with the festival. Because they are very fast paced, I can imagine they're constantly trying to prepare the many festivals they're having. I imagine they do other things there as well, so they have like a functioning society, so maybe they're constantly asking her for assistance, especially with them being so small. They really don't have many people to rely on, so they're constantly asking Helena for help. They're opposed to my work here. I need to use my wits and attention in order to convince them otherwise. So maybe Helena, because for her personality, I had put that Helena is withdrawn and overly cautious, and she won't really like act out unless the person is like close to her, so she won't really care what they're doing as long as they're not either affecting anyone that she cares about, or they're not the one that she cares about, or they are the one that she cares about. I just totally forgot my sentence. But yeah, so I'm kind of thinking maybe this person, so I'm gonna roll and ask, is this person someone that, because you don't have to write it per day, so I'm just gonna ask, is this person someone that Helena grew attached to during her short time here, and then now they're upset with her, maybe because she discovered that they're involved with drugs. So I'm gonna roll using the mythic, so we're gonna do 50. I'm gonna say, actually I'm gonna increase it. I'm gonna say it is likely they became close, because I can see, like, even though Helena is a bit withdrawn, she's not like rude or mean, but she does like making crude jokes. Okay, I'm gonna leave it 50-50, and I'm thinking maybe Stella doesn't like Helena because she said something wrong. Okay, so we're gonna leave it 50-50, let's see. Okay, let's see what we gonna get. 13, that's a yes. Oof, oof. Okay, so the group closed, and I'm gonna ask, did it have anything to do with like Helena saying something wrong? And I'm gonna say it's likely because she would probably fuck up and say something. Ooh. If I went with likely, that's an extreme. Ooh, that's an extreme yes. So Helena just like completely said the wrong thing. She made, I'm gonna say like a really offensive joke. I'm not gonna say what it is. You can use your imagination. Oof. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and write a couple of paragraphs, well, sentences, not paragraphs. So I'm gonna do a couple sentences basically explaining how Helena arrived at this town, basically what it is, and then how she offended Stella. And what was the card I drew? I drew a Jack of Spades. Okay, so I didn't draw hearts. Okay, so I don't get to really clarify too much. So if I reach my 7 sentences, I don't get to go much beyond that. So here we go. All right, let's see. Here's kind of what I'm thinking. Anyways, this is what I have so far. I think that a certain someone, let me, there we go. So, I think that a certain someone is opposed to my work here. I need to use my wits and attention in order to convince them otherwise. Southbell is a beautiful place. It's a small community, but even so, there's so much happening that even I'm getting whiplash. They're preparing for a festival. My magic is becoming quite useful. Stella and I grew close during my short time here. She's the mayor of Southbell, and it seems like she's always on her toes to keep the place running. That sounds weird. I think I might do. She's always on her toes keeping the place running. But that's so much INGs. But whatever. I'm not a writer, so that's fine. Stella and I grew close during my short time here. She's the mayor of Southbell, and it seems like she's always on her toes keeping the place running. She looks worn out. I fear I might have said the wrong thing. My mouth tends to get me into a lot of trouble. Things are now tense between the two of us. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I can call this I was gonna call it like Southbell and drugs, but we'll just call it Southbell. Okay, and now gotta do week 2 now. Okay, that didn't take me as long as I thought, but I'm pretty sure I'm hitting like the 20-minute mark, if not past that. So, alright, let's get to the next one. So now, okay, so I think I'm getting the flow of this now a little better, because I did not follow these rules exactly when I played the first time by myself, but I also didn't do like a journaling style. I did more of like a story writing thing, so yeah, this time I'm actually following the rules to the best of my tiny knowledge, my tiny brain knowledge. Okay. Let's see what we got. Give me something good that's not hearts, because hearts is gonna take so long. What did I say? We have a 7 of hearts. Alright, buddy. Thanks for listening. Alright. 7 of hearts. That I should mediate and advise a community judgment. Okay. I don't know why I immediately thought like I should mediate and advise the community on the fact that Stella's doing drugs. Like, I'm actually, oh, you know what? Let's roll for that. Okay, so we're gonna roll. So there's actually like a stat system. I didn't really give her stats because I saw that you're supposed to do like skills, but it didn't really go into depth in that. So I'm wondering, I might just do like, because it works by like proficiencies. So if you're like a novice, a proficient, or an expert, and then your success rate, I might do like those type of roles where I'm like perception, like the regular like D&D or like Vampire the Masquerade, like perception rolls or stamina rolls as like these kind of roles. with like a success or failure, and then use like come up with my own stats, because I'm like, most of the time it's going to be novice anyway, because she's young, she's not skilled. At least that's how I envision it. You know, if you're like novice, you're young, you're still learning. So unless it's something she's like really good at, so like maybe crafting she'd be proficient at, or like specific types of magic, which I'll roll and then determine that. And then expert, I can't see her being an expert until like late in the year. I don't even see her being proficient. So we're gonna assume everything is novice for right now. So 2d6s, so we're gonna roll that. And it is 7 and below. Okay, if 2d6s are greater than, damn, it's been a while since I've been in school. 2d6 is greater than, let me confirm which symbol is which. I'm about to look so dumb. Okay, I was right. Let me confirm. Okay, so if my number is greater than 7, I succeed. I fail if it's less than 8. So let's do this. So 2d6s, and let's give me a good number. 3, and with my novice is 4, so I do not notice that she is a drug addict. Okay, so there's something else I want to mediate on. So there's another issue going on in the town. Okay, let me see her personality and see if there's anything I can work with. So the drugs, her fear of obsession or compulsion. Maybe, I feel like she'd be like compulsive with drugs or something. We're trying to mediate something. That's what we're trying to do. And I don't think there's any other charts that I have. Okay, so I'm gonna roll on Mythic to see what I might like have an issue with, or like why I would want to mediate something to begin with. So let's see, we have $86, which is struggle. Okay, we're struggling with something. If it says struggle drugs, it's gonna be Stella. That was a sign. 55, so struggle and misfortune. So I'm thinking mediate and advise a community judgment. So I'm thinking something bad happened in the town that's like beyond everyone's control. So maybe Helena would want to like talk to them and be like, here are our options, what should we do? And then I have to make a journal entry about it. Frick. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking I have a table and cryptic messages on Mythic, so I might do that. Or I might do the plot twist. I might do both, because why not? The more words, the better. If not, I'm gonna use my favorite keyword on the solo RPG, solo adventurers guide, or solo adventurers toolkit. I'm just making up words. Okay, we're gonna roll. I'm gonna roll on the plot twist and the did I say cryptic message? Cryptic message. I think that sounds cool. Let's do it. Why not? It's all about getting inspiration. 96. So we got trust and okay. I'll just have it in drink water. Why is it shaking? Okay, trust and skill. Okay, actually, I'm gonna roll Mythic and ask, does this involve Stella? Because if she would have broke people's trust, I see that one. Okay, so it has nothing to do with Stella. Does this involve another NPC essentially that's like important? Oh my gosh, stop! Okay, So this does involve another NPC. So we're gonna generate another NPC and give them a name. I was like, bro. Okay. So what this NPC, so they broke the trust. And because it is trust and skill, I'm thinking it's something work related. They did something at work that caused a problem, and maybe they did it on purpose, like they're trying to sabotage something. That's what I'm kind of getting. So we have 9 of, well, 9. So they're content. So their personality is content. They're 6, more drugs. They're into music. Wrong one. Interest. Another 9? 9. Oh, their fear is hopelessness. Okay. And then finally we have a 4. Motivation is the surrounding community. Oh, I kind of like them. So why would they sabotage? Interesting. Alright, their name is Betty Burns. A lot of females. I'm literally just working down the list of the name generator. Okay, so Betty Burns, here's what I'm kind of thinking. So Betty Burns was, they're content with their lives, but they're hopeless. Their fear is being hopelessness, of losing hope. So maybe they did lose hope. So they were content in their location and their job or whatever, but then something happened that essentially caused them to lose hope in their situation. And which caused them to basically sabotage whatever they're working at. So maybe they, because we are setting up for a festival, so I'm kind of imagining that they went and they sabotaged the festival. But their motivation is like the surrounding community. So maybe they felt betrayed, so then they sabotaged it, and then Helena happened to like witness it, so she's like, okay, we need to figure this out because this is not okay. Reading this now, I kind of think like mediate and advise a community judgment is like going to trial. So maybe she gets arrested. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Let me see my little chart I might have for jobs. 4 charts, so we'll do a D4. Okay, the D20, and I'm using the roll and play press fantasy, I can't remember what it's called, like fantasy toolkit. It's for DMs. It's not specifically for solo play, but you can utilize it in such a way, so that's what I'm using. One of the charts, the first one, because they had 4 different like charts you could pick out for jobs, I rolled a 4, so I'm rolling on the jobs as personality table. So these are basically like more performance based jobs. So like I just rolled a 12, and that is a makeup artist. So let me add that to their sheet. Okay. So I think that would work, seeing as they're doing like festivals and stuff, so maybe she's to do their makeup, and somehow she's sabotaged. Okay. the festival. I'm gonna ask the Oracle if Stella's helping specifically Helena, not just helping the community, because I imagine she would be helping the community, but with them being at like, oh, fighting 61, no, she's not helping. She's like, you're on your own, girl. Okay, so I just don't know how to go about fixing all of this. Okay. So I think that is 6 sentences, not including my blurb, and I think the actual example for the van which includes the blurb. I'm not including the blurb. Okay, so I feel that I should mediate and advise the community judgment. It's only been a little over a week and things are starting to go downhill. The festival is coming together nicely and I can see it all set up within the next week or two, but we've hit a snag. A lot of people have developed breakouts. It's almost as if they contracted a disease. Me and my magic have been working overtime. I think I know who the culprit is considering what kind of magic I have to use to cure everyone. I just don't know how to go about fixing all of this. It's been a real struggle trying to deal with all of this on my own. So now I have to write a journal entry. I'm gonna look at an example of a journal entry because I'm not sure. Okay, they just really hyper focused on this, on the thing. Okay. Okay. So we're going to, I wonder how I'm gonna divide it up into like, I might like bold it or something, I don't know. Or I can do like a center. Okay, so I'm thinking Helena would, because it's affecting so many people, and at this point, okay, I'll roll and then see, does she have any other friends? And I'm gonna say it's likely because she would at least talk to somebody in the situation. It gives me a 97. Okay, so yeah, so she has, I think that's even extreme if I do with the likely. Let me see, I thought I saw it shaking. Yeah, so if I did likely, 11 is an extreme yes. So she has quite a few friends now. She's kind of developed herself in the community, so I feel like she would take an action against it. She'd be like, I know it's you, and like, I don't know why you're doing this, like why you're like, you're literally hurting people. So I'm gonna say she actually investigates to see, I'm gonna say she investigates, finds out that essentially what's happened was done on purpose, and I'll roll to see if she figures that out with the novice. So it's 2d6s. Alright, give me above a 7. Yes! Perfect. So that would be a 10 with my novice. So yeah, she figures out that this is basically sabotage, and we'll have to figure out why she did it. So, okay, here's what I'm kind of thinking. Why would she want to do that though? Let's see. Mythic. Mythic, why would she do that? Nope, 37. Okay. 37 is divide. Oh. was like, she could still do it for non-malicious reasons. Divide value. So, hold on, I'm gonna read back her personality. Fear, hopelessness. Okay, so because I already kind of said that, like, I feel like maybe they did something to her to cause her to feel hopeless about her situation, and then she's retaliating by like using her position as like the makeup artist at the festival to basically hurt everyone else. So I'm gonna say in this situation, divide value. So I think she would be trying to essentially ruin the festival in retaliation, but her reasoning is to basically, okay, here's kind of what I'm thinking. It is a small town, but it's really known for its festival, so a lot of people will come from other towns to experience the festival, essentially. So she's trying to basically make it seem like this year's festival is like really bad. That's kind of what I'm thinking, like, and like diminish the value. Okay, and this is like her retaliation. Okay, so now we're gonna roll. I'm gonna roll to see, do they decide to basically punish Stella? And 50-50. Because if they punish her, or if they decide not to punish her, I'm like, do they forgive her? Okay, so they don't punish her. Do they essentially forgive her? Oh, they don't forgive her either. Well, if they don't punish her, but they don't forgive her. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking like the town's too small. They don't really like imprison people or anything like that unless they do something seriously bad. Like you have basically like murder or something. So they're like, you know what? You're not doing the makeup anymore. That's gonna be your biggest punishment. So go get a different job. Okay. Alright, so for my journal entry, I know who did it. It took me a few days to figure out, but through the process of elimination, I was able to deduce that the culprit is Betty Burns. I confronted her about this, and she admitted to doing it on purpose. It was her retaliation for them hurting her in the past. She hoped to destroy the town's reputation by ruining the experiences of all of the outsiders coming to visit. I didn't know what to do, so I brought this to the mayor's attention. we're still not on great terms. Stella didn't want to involve herself. She had other things to take care of, according to her. So I brought this before the entire community in the town square. I think it's best that they know the truth and make their own choices on how to handle the situation. After all, I'm just an outsider. The townspeople opted to just strip Betty of her job and let her be free. I guess the town's too small to imprison every person who does something bad. At least my job will be easy. At least my job will be getting easier from here on out, I hope. I like it. Simple and... Oh, and then this one will be titled Betty Barnes. I think that's cute. Oh, and then I paste this at the bottom. I should have just pasted. I'm so dumb. Oh god, I'll just paste that at the bottom. I should just have a template for these. But yeah, I think, okay, that's where I'm gonna call it quits for today, because the game has been running long already, and I think I'm about to hit an hour according to my recording, and that's all the patience I got for right now. I technically recorded this one and then the character creation back to back, so it's gonna be quite a bit of editing, and yeah, so hopefully I got everything that I wanted out of this. I know for my next video, at least planned in my head mentally, I would like to do 2 more days. Now that I know about 2 weeks is about an hour of gameplay. Yeah, if I think of anything, I'll like post in the description or something in the comment section. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I hope you enjoyed at least a part of it. If not, sorry. If you're interested in the Van Witch and any of the resources that I've used for this game, they will all be linked in the description, of course. And I think that's all I really have to add in. So I hope everyone has an awesome day. Stay hydrated, because I know it's about to hit summer and where I live is already hot, so be hydrating and stay safe, everyone. Have a good day. Bye bye.